I say to that, where there's smoke, there is fire. Let's talk about Chris Brown. I'm pulling this up. This comes directly from page 6. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section because I don't want to be in no trouble, honey. I ain't got $3.8 million to take against no celebrity or whatever. But this is what page 6 is reporting. A woman is suing Chris Brown for allegedly drugging and R-ing her while at a party in Miami in December 2020. According to her lawsuit, the singer's reps and attorneys have not responded to requests to comment, but Brown, 32, appears to have addressed the allegations against himself on social media. He posted on his Instagram, "Whenever I'm releasing music or projects, they try to pull some real BS." He also added a cap emoji, and the article says, which is slang for lies, as if we didn't know that. That's funny. The alleged victim's attorney, George Verbeck, told page 6 Friday, which is today, on behalf of himself and his partner in the case, "We have no idea who they are. Ariel Mitchell and I are attorneys representing a young woman that was R'd. Come on, we are not the Illuminati. We intend to hold all parties accountable so that we might begin to eradicate this behavior from our society." Mitchell added of Brown's response to her client's claims, "This is what all abusers say. We look forward to our day in court." In the lawsuit filed Thursday in LA, the alleged victim is identified as Jane Doe, a professional musician and choreographer who was afraid to reveal her identity because she now fears for her life and career. The California-based woman claims in the complaint that she was on vacation in Miami when a friend of hers invited her to a party at Sean Diddy Combs' home on Star Island. It was there she met Brown. However, counter to the filing, we're told the alleged incident took place on a yacht that was docked outside Diddy's home and not owned by the mogul. Reps for Diddy did not respond to page 6's request for further comment. Jane Doe claims that once inside the yacht, the rapper gave her drinks that led her to feel a sudden, unexplained change in consciousness. She allegedly felt disoriented, physically unstable, and started to fall in and out of sleep. At what point she claims Brown, at which point she claims Brown took her into a bedroom, removed her bikini bottom, and began to have sex with her. She mumbled for him to stop, but Brown allegedly ignored her pleas, per the lawsuit. When the pair spoke the next day, Jane Doe claims the singer gave her an apology of sorts. An apology of sorts, explaining that he was very faded and didn't remember if he had ejaculated into her. He also demanded that she take a Plan B birth control pill to terminate any possible pregnancy, according to the lawsuit. The woman claims she sought medical care and STD testing. Then, on January 16th, Brown allegedly invited her to his home in California, and she agreed to visit while he worked on his music there. However, after a recording session, the alleged victim claims Brown invited her again into his bedroom. While she resisted, he allegedly became loud and irate and called her a slut, per the lawsuit. Chris Brown, quote, Chris Brown ranted that she would never make it as an artist until she was willing to do what it takes, implying to her that sex with him was a condition to being a successful artist, the lawsuit alleges. Jane Doe claims she has experienced dramatic mood swings, loss of appetite, panic attacks, and engaged in self-harm as a result of the alleged trauma. Rubrek told us his client is not prepared to make a statement at this time, but there is quite a bit more to come in the case. Our client deserves justice, he added, the same justice that all victims of sexual abuse deserve. We are advocating for all victims, and anyone with any information should contact us. They give the website, they give the Instagram. It says Brown has a long list of legal issues over the years, and in 2021, he was under investigation for allegedly striking a woman. And in 2009, he had the incident with Rihanna. So, that was that. That was that. That was the story on Chris Brown. And I just have some thoughts. And we're gonna end it off here. But I have a couple thoughts. A lot of people on the internet have been showing a lot of outrage to Trey Songz and how there are constant allegations against Trey Songz that seem to get risen every few months or so. Well, I say for those people, if you feel that way about Trey Songz, how do you feel about Chris Brown? Because this is not the first or second or even third time that Chris Brown has been alleged to have abused a woman in some type of way. We all know about Rihanna. Like we said, this case about 2021 of him striking a woman. I think a couple years ago there was a whole thing about him allegedly kidnapping a young lady and not letting her leave his California residence. So there are just constant stories that come out about Chris Brown. So I say to that, where there's smoke, there is fire. Okay. We say, like I said, people are saying the same thing about Trey Songz. Like, why is it that these same type of allegations always come up? And I feel the same way about Chris Brown. I think a lot of times people are still just enamored by the young, cute Chris Brown that came out when we were 16 years old. He is not that anymore. Okay, he is not that anymore. And I do believe that Chris Brown does not respect women, and does not know how to be in any type of healthy relationship, because we haven't seen it. So that's what I believe. But I do also want to say that while I believe that there is some fire behind Chris Brown, I am also side-eyeing Miss Jane Doe. I am side-eyeing her because, number one, there was no R kit that they spoke about. They did say that she did an STD test, and that she what did they say? She did an STD test or something, but they didn't say anything about an R kit. So if there was one, that I'm sure would be listed, and that would be more along the lines of a criminal suit, not a civil suit. Also, to be suing him civilly for $20 million does seem a bit excessive and money grabbish. I mean, let's just call a thing a thing. It does. And I find it interesting that here it is 2 years later from the last time that you saw him, and now you're choosing to sue him. I just wonder why, and I just question the motives. I understand everyone is always like, we don't want to victim blame because that stops other victims from coming out, and I do believe that's true. However, we also need to be realistic about why and how things are happening. If you were assaulted, as you say, in December of 2020, my question, and this would be the question of anyone who is looking over this lawsuit, would be, why would you then return to your abuser's home? Answer me that question, because that is the one thing that makes me side eye your overall lawsuit. Had you just had the lawsuit and said you did your medical records afterward and and then moved on, then okay, and then filed the suit, I wouldn't think anything about it. But it does make me question, why would you go to this person's house? Why would you go to this man's house, to your alleged abuser's house after the incident? For what reason would you do that? It doesn't make sense. If this man drugged you, as you say, as you believe, as you alluded to, why would you then put yourself in his space again? If you're so traumatized, if you are so mentally distraught, if you are seeking all these damages, why would you do that? We're talking about Chris Brown and his latest allegation. His latest R allegation. Again, like I said, I do believe where there's smoke, there's fire. And if she was under the influence, she was not able to consent. So that is still not right. But my question is, for Jane Doe, what is your motive for coming out 2 years later after hanging out with him after the alleged incident and now trying to sue for $20 million? Is that supposed to be justice? I don't know. It makes me look at him sideways. Y'all tell me what you think about it. I will be following this story just because I'm interested to know, because I think that I think Chris Brown is trash. Sorry. I just don't think he's a good guy for multiple reasons. For many reasons. Not just the Rihanna thing. Just like it started with Rihanna and then it's just been a steady downward spiral ever since. If you go back on my channel, I talk about his coloristic ways. I don't like Chris Brown like that, which is ironic because my son actually really likes his music. Like the boy sits up here and be just the bouncing when some Chris Brown songs came on. But I think that he is an abuser. I do. And I don't have to say allegedly. This is my opinion. I'm not saying that he is, but it is my opinion. But just for good faith, because of everything that's been going on lately, you know what I'm saying? I'll throw it up there. But I'm just saying that's my opinion on him. No, Tyrone is not her lawyer. Now, I'll be side-eyeing her if Tyrone was her lawyer. That would be extra side-eye, okay? That would be an extra side-eye. He punched his mama in the face. I didn't know he punched. He's like I said, he's just a trash individual to me. He's just a trash individual to me.